Hi, guys, and welcome back to the podcast. I know it's been a while. My name is Nikhil, and this is
Chitambaram.
Chitambaram, and yeah, welcome back. So, I think it's been about 1 week since we did our last podcast, right, Chidi?
Yes.
And today we have a bit of an interesting topic for you guys,
And that is?
and that is, hey, I wanted to go for an ice cream.
That's good. But where do you want to go?
So the point of why I said that was this is an urge to eat an ice cream. Every single one of us have these urges. It's not particularly ice cream, right? But I think every one of us have these urges, no? Like it could be a sweet craving, it could be something related to salt, it could be something savory, something spicy, I don't know, right? And I was wondering, where urges come from, and that's basically the topic of our podcast as well today. It's just curious. I don't know. What do you feel is an urge, Chids? But like in your own words, why don't you explain to us what do you think of? So, I mean, you're usually you. People are used to saying stuff like, "Hey, don't succumb to your urges," right?
Yeah.
So, what constitutes an urge? What it could be so many things, right? What constitutes an urge?
So we were speaking about ice cream. But is it something to do with craving, or is it something to do with feel like having something? Or I sometimes you feel like having a biryani. Sometimes you like having a ice cream. Or sometimes feel like having a
Yeah.
I know.
I mean that's just eating, right?
Yeah.
Now there are so many urges. Like for some people, I think it's an urge to run. For some people, it's an urge to work out. So for some people, it's an urge to go biking, right? So for some people, it's the other day we took the car out and we went out for a nice long drive in the night just for fun, right?
Just for the fun. Yeah.
And wouldn't that constitute an urge?
It could be
Right.
We had this conversation the other day as well, where for physical activity,
Right.
you have a strong urge for physical activity. You want to,
Right.
and I wasn't having that.
Right. Right.
So, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, so one of the things that we wanted to kind of talk about was, are all urges, I mean, I've never heard anybody talk about how urges are bad. I mean, how urges are good. Everybody usually ends up talking about how urges are bad and one shouldn't succumb to them, right? But every once in a while, I genuinely do get the urge to go for a run, right? Now, I don't know what that could be, or you know is it only an urge if you seek immediate gratification? Is it not an urge if you seek gratification over the course of time? Like, for example, if you have to work on your business, right?
Okay.
Now, would that constitute an urge for you to start, I mean, working on your business, simply because you have the freedom and the wherewithal to do whatever else you want at that point in time,
Correct.
right? And though you do have the freedom to do whatever you want, you choose at that point in time to work on, let's say, your work, your business, your running, your and you choose to do that. It could be for a future consequence, right? It could be for, let's say, you work on your business. Who wants to work? Nobody wants to work per se, right? And it could be for the sake of something that you seek for in the future, right? And that could also not be the immediate future. Like running, I see an immediate cause and effect relationship with your endorphin release, and it's very evident. And I'm like, the moment I go for a run or a workout, I feel immediately better, right, after your workout. And that, you could consider that to be immediate gratification. Just the endorphin release and the calmness and the niceness that you feel after your exercise session could be, I mean, wouldn't you qualify it to be immediate gratification to a certain extent? No.
It
Like,
is.
I mean, if you were to eat an ice cream, again, you have your happy hormones, your endorphins and certain other hormones that goes through your brain almost the second that ice cream touches your tongue, or a few seconds after that ice cream touches your tongue. And in a workout's case, it could be the moment you finish your workout, or the moment, let's say, just after half an hour after your workout, you immediately start feeling the effects of that workout, right? I mean, we did the whole lift that rock exercise
Yeah.
some time ago, and that was simply to make us feel better. Like, we were both feeling stressed out, and not feeling good that day, because I don't know, it could have been the side effect of not of of some work or some deal that didn't go through, something that we were trying for, who knows, right? But but the moment we started, like, I was like, you know what, let's stop everything that we're doing. Let's go to, we have a little backyard of sorts up, like, well, it's like a terrace actually. We went to the terrace, and then we started lifting a rock from one place to another, right? And almost immediately, we found the benefits of that, right? Like, almost half an hour later, we were both in a much better place mentally,
We were.
right? And that's very evident, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, this was just something that I wanted to talk about live again, and how, I mean, on air, and just I wanted to know everybody else's perspective of what you think about urges, right? And if we were to go one step deeper, can you say that the urge is what instigates you into action? Can you say that an urge is what instigates one into action? Like, an urge at the end of the day is a feeling, right? Is it not? Is an urge not a feeling? Is it not like an overwhelmingly powerful feeling that one gets in their brain, that motivates one into doing a certain course of action?
It is.
It is, I think, right? And that feeling, if you were to put it in a more physiological, if you were to put it in a more, it comes obviously from the brain, and it must be from the constitution, or a certain constitution of chemicals,
Okay.
right? What I mean by that is, a certain constitution of chemicals that accumulates in your brain must, if you look at it from a more physiological point of view, must be that thing that instigates the urge itself, if you go to one step deeper of what an urge is, right? But hey, guys, what do I know? So this was just a thought that I wanted to kind of present to the world, and ask y'all the opinion of what you think. And I don't know, like, comment definitely, because I want to know what anybody who's watching this is going to think about what we had to say, and you know, we are going to talk about this maybe slightly more at depth in the next episode, I think, right?
We can.
Chidu surprisingly had nothing to say today. But
Like any day.
no. But yeah, but that was also because we didn't really have an objective as to what exactly we were talking about today. We had a topic in mind, but that's the extent to which we knew what we were going to talk about today, right? And nothing else. None of what we said today was scripted, and there's nothing that we had to say other than what we said. So
Okay.
that being said, I think you want to just close this up. We're good today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Signing off. That's
Chitambaram.
and my name is Nikhil. And thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you need to do that. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.